Hello friends, my name is Monikaben and today I will learn about this book. The book name is Attitude is Everything. A few years ago, American way amazing carried a financing literary best-selling novelist David Belsey is the author of the immensely successful novels Absolute Power, Total Control, and the winner. Millions of copies of his book have been sold. Let me assure you, however, that Belsey was not a overnight success. His accomplishment and financial achievements were the result of his total commitment to developing his talent as a writer like me. Started out as a lawyer. He started lawyer school in 1980 and did not give any thought to becoming a best-selling novelist. He is simple enjoyed with writing. Yet, as at the outset, Billets knew that he did not have the necessary writing skills. So he made a commitment as he put it, to learn to craft of writing. For the first 5 years, he did not finish any of his projects. Every day, he just worked on character plot development and other writing basis. At the time, he was a practicing lawyer, and I, his wife had two young children. When did he find the time to do this work, writing? Biletsky worked on his writing every night from 10 p.m. until 2 a.m. Now that's commitment to do whatever it said. He pointed out, however, that he had fun writing. It was not caught by it. By the way, I am not suggesting that you stay up all night to purpose your goal. That 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. shift certainly would not work for me, and it may not work for you either. After 10 years of writing, Biletsky had completed some short stories and a few screenplays. His total sales zero, although he had to show for his effort were a lot of rejection from editors. In 1996, all of Bilaksky efforts paid off big time. He received millions of dollars for the lightly and the movie rights to his blockbuster thriller Absolute Power. The star of the movie was the Clint Eastwood. Such is the power of a person who is a committed. Uh, it's a thought. One person with a commitment is worth more than 100 people who have only one interest. He refused to fight. I learned a lot about the magic of commitment from my good friend Jerry Gladstone. In 1986, Jerry started his own good friend Jerry Gladstone own company America Royal Art selling a variety of collectibles. 1 year later, he decided to connect it selling animation art. He secured license with Warner Brother, uh, Hanna Barbera, and other similar studios, but he realized that to real grow his business, he needed to sell Disney art. For 3 years, he wrote letter and called Disney headquarters requesting promotions to sell Disney art. Each time he got the same answer from Disney: no. He did not stop Jerry. He kept connecting Disney executive of executive finally and had just about all she loud take of Jerry. So she told him in a voice and turned him reminiscent of Maleficent from Sleeping Beauty, the evil queen from Snow White, and Cruella Devi from 101 Delamination or rolled into one. You will never get a Disney license. The rewards for those who preserve from exceed the pain that must present the victory. Time to give up, right? Not Jerry. Thought all these rejection, he kept a great attitude. He called more executive as Disney, and then one gentleman and at Disney, hoping to get rid of Jerry once and for all, said, well, the only two places we would coincide allowing a gallery offering Disney artwork to open would be either Minnesota or Musa just Massachusetts. Jerry's business was in New York and he had no desire to open a gallery in a remote location. Guys, what Jerry did, he flew the Boston to very next day, and by the end of the day, he had signed a lease for a place on Newberry Street in Boston. He called the Destiny executive to report that he had the Massachusetts location. They both had a good plot, and then the executive said to Cherry, if you had the cars to go up to Boston the next day and open a place just like that, we have to put on your the Disney program. Within a few weeks, Jerry opened the Boston Gallery featuring the Disney line. Within a year, he was giving permission to market the Disney line thought his New York store. Jerry has now done business with Disney for 10 years. He has sold millions of dollars of Disney art and he the largest volume Disney animation art dealer in the world. Talk about commitment. Talk about keeping a good attitude in the face of rejection. Cherry was going to get the Disney license no matter what it took. Just ask Cherry and help tell you in a New York minute. That attitude is everything. As long as it takes, I'd like to share with you the story of Benjamin Roll, who lived in Newport Beach, California in 1990. At the age of 67, Roll graduated from law school. Naturally, before he could start practicing law, he had to pass the California bar examination. On his first attempt as the examination he failed. On his second attempt he failed, and he failed the third time, he the fourth time, the fifth time, the sixth time, the seventh time, the eighth time, the ninth time, the 10th time, the 11th time, the 12th time, and the 13th time. Let me add one important fact. The bar examinations is giving only 3 years, so at the time of his 13th failed attempt, Roll was now 17-year-old. Most people would have quit, but not Benjamin Roll. He took the exam for the fourth time and he passed in 1997 at the age of 74. Roll was admitted to practice law in the state of California. Now, here's guys who's committed and willing to the whatever it's there. As Roll explained, I was going to pass that cotton patent exam if I lived long enough, and I did. Uh, does this story tell you anything about the importance of attitude? Most people would not even consider starting law school in their 60s, yet have someone who not only enrolled in law school but was willing to spend 6 years after graduation studying to pass the bar exam. Uh, wow, Benjamin Roll's story is simply further proof that attitude is everything. Time to make a commitment. Now, let's assume to have a goal in mind. The next question to ask yourself is, am I willing to do whatever it takes to achieve the goal? If you answer is I to do just about anything except that I want to do, then frankly you are not committed. And if you are not committed, it's like that you all be directly and no achieve your objective. For instance, many people start a new business with the approach, you'll give it 6 months to proper its thing don't work out after 6 months. E required. This is not a mental attitude. It leads to success. Then would now list David Wallersky be if he had said it tried the writing for 1 year and if I can sell anything I'll give it. He's have missed out on the opportunity to do what he loves. He financial independence and live his dreams. Now, I am not suggesting that you just go ahead with or out a plan and hope for the best. Of course, you should set timetable and deadline and biggest so you stay on course and success as quietly as possible. But the reality is that despite you most careful plan, you do not now how long it will take to achieve your goal, and you can foresee all foresee all. Turn your problems into opportunity. Every adversity carries with it is the seed of an equivalent of quarter benefit. When faced with problem or setbacks in your life, what is your immediate reaction? If you are like most people, you first impulse is to complain. Why did this have to happen to me? What am I going to do now? My plan are ruined. This response is only natural. However, after the initial disappointment, one of you have a choice to make. You can either wallow in misery and dwell on the negative aspect of your situation. Of you can find the benefit or lesson this the problem is offering. Yes, you will probably face a period of uncertainty or struggle, but there's always a side to the difficulty. You see, a problem is often not a problem at all. It's may it's actually be an opportunity. For instance, a problem may point out and adjustment you can make to improve certain condition in your life. Without the problem, you never would have taken this positive action. For example, you probably know or have heard about someone who lost his or his job and them went to want to start a successful business. Often that person will tell you that if he or she does not win I'd of this the new business would never have been started. What started as an adversity ended as a golden opportunity. How about the time you were absolutely convinced that is a particular job uh, was perfect for you? You had a great interview and just cloud not wait for the offer, but the offer never comes. Someone else got the job. You were deserved, visited day or months Later, a new job come along, and you realize that the first position was much less desirable than the one that come along later. The either rejection was in fact a blessing. Another example is the deal on the dream house, which for thoughts only to be replaced by something even better. Find, Finding the benefit, New York Times printed an easy. Is there a meaning to a tumor tried by a 14 years old woman named Sharon who was told that she had a large tumor behind her left eye. The tumor was surgically removed in a 6 hours operation. Fortunately, it was being. Can you imagine someone feeding a host of benefits in things in these fighting situations? According to Sharon, there have been many positive. Sharon was deeply touched by the of outpouring of help and support the community gave to her and her family during the crisis problem in the community, some of whom were only acquaintance, provide evening meals for her husband and their children. Her friends make arrangements for our house to be uh, cleaned. Sharon learned about this human capacity for kindness and for helping others in time of need. Have controlled the family of her one life. Sharon now says that she developed a more positive attitude and is eager to accomplish the goals that she set while lying in her hospital bed. She also had development a closer, more in full relationship with her brother and sister. As Sharon explained, it took a personal misfortune for her to see how good life can be. She is going a new appreciation and zest for living by overcoming a trying and difficult experience. From dragging to tramps, the road to success often travel through adversity, just as entrepreneur Dave Brano in the 1980s. Brano worked. He was a to national sales manager for a metal experiment company. He and his wife Melanie and their three young children live in a lovely Shubram home in Mil- Milwaukee. Things were looking good. No pressure, no diamonds. From tragedy to triumph, the road to success often travels through adversity. Just as entrepreneur Dave Brano in the 1980s, Brano worked his way up to national sales manager for a medical equipment company. He and his wife Malene and their three young children live in lovely suburban home in Milwaukee. Things was looking good. Born in 1984, Brano lost of his job and several months later, while still out of work, Dave Brano was driving home on his night when his car veered off with the road and crashed. He suffered massive injury, including cholesterol, lungs broken ribs, burst, heart, ruptured spleen, and locked liver. The doctor did not know if he would live. Brano himself thought he was going to be after the tensely clinging to a life. training to a life support system for 3 days. He was microlusy in the clear. Bruno felt like he had been given a second chance. While recovering in the hospital, he started to think about what he would do, uh, write his life career to the accident. Um, and in it, for most of his life, he had collected motivational and inspiration quotes. He had learned as a young star the amazing power quotation cloud hold as his month later of habits of steadily placing then third the house and on their refrigerator. They always lift his spirits and provide direction. Sunday is Stanley. He had a flash of his insight about what to do. He started a business to share this question with others, so that too Cloud be inspired. But he did not have a clue about how to do it. And after he got out of hospital, there was more blank news because of astronomical medical bills and the inability work. Bruno had to declare bankruptcy. He and his family lost their home and moved into a prime apartment. Yes, yet Bruno would not give up on his dreams. He pushed outward with the with a position attitude, a relation, determination over the next year. Few he booked job where he cloud learn about making and painting. He was always looking for a vehicle for his question. The things which hurt includes instruct. Instruct. One day, an idea hit him like a ton of bricks. He printed the quotation on credit card stock later of every evening. He was watching TV and saw a commercial for a credit and company gold card. Even better, he thought print the cards on a metallic gold cards. The people cloud take with them whatever they were. So created a series of quotation to topics such as attitude, leadership, persistence, and cows. He called the success called cards. Uh, 5 years after leaving the hospital, Dave Bruno sold him success gold card, and I'm happy to report that house now sold more than the million of these friends of this card. Uh, Dave Bruno turned a traffic accident into incredible thoughts. Business displacement is blessing into these thoughts. Now, I don't want you to think this principle only applies to targets, because nothing cloud be further from uh, the term. I don't like to share a business camper of reinforce my faith in this concept. In March of 1991, after an exhaustive search, I selected company to print my activities with everything t-shirt. In late June, I committed my either local and national advertising companies. It is a route road that leads to the heights of greatness. In late June, I committed myself to a local and national advertising campaign go to market the short a serious issue development in early July instead of filling on order in 2 weeks as originally promised to Spain printer did not fill the order for more than 5 weeks. This was unacceptable and I decided to find another Spain printer but I did already established my pricing and delivery based on discussion with original printer. This was a major problem, right? What if is cloud find another company to deliver a product of equal quality at or near the same price? Well, rather than get depressed and curse my rotten luck, I immediately set out to get another better printer. Within 1 week, I found the printer I was looking for now. Instead of having on an order filled into 5 weeks, it is filled into 4 day. 8 years later, I am still working with this wonder. Losing the first screen printer was the best thing the cloud have happened. Of course, I did know it at the time, but I kept believing that a cloud made this seemingly bad situation turn out to my advantage, and I did experience like this have taught me that when one door shuts, there is always a better one waiting to be opened. Career chance emails from functions. My own career transaction is another example of how benefits come from problems and difficulties. I was never instead is a self-development material until I had year of unhappiness after graduation from law school. I only found this principle after I reached a low point in my life. I now realize that all the mistakes I incurred were really blessings in disguise. I can see you quite clearly how the event of my life set me up for what was to come. I had to go through the touch time and the unhappiness and to break thought that low mood so I would understand the power of position attitude. So when someone tell me that these crowds or its observes they have a negative attitude, I know that what feel like I been there by going through some challenging times. I learned things that invaluable to me and can relate much better to those who hear my presentation and read my writing thoughts. Adversity brings out of hidden spontaneous. And in the reality is if we had not grown more and more dissatisfied with my work as an other I never would have been open to switching careers. If I had rated my job as a C or C, I would have kept practice new law. I would have selected for living a C life. It is only because I was D and heading for an F that I was motivated to make a change. When someone asks me why I changed career, I reply reply without hesitation. Lots of pain, physical, intentional, and spiritual, and it is that pain to instance to ignore that forced to me to make a decision and move in another direction. Law is now an and things are only getting better. Now, let's look at your life. Can you think of any situation where a seemingly negative experience turned into something positive? Maybe you were dismissed for a job and that ended a better position, or perhaps you had a lapse problem and it allows you to change your diet or to start exercise regularly. Carefully review the difficulties and subject you words and identify the benefit and lesson that come out of this experience. The positive are there if you look for them. How adversity serves use at this positively let's examination survey in which adversity can serve us. First, adversity gives a perspective. One, you are received from a life threatening ends of flat tire or a leaky knot does not act seem so troubling anymore. You are able to rise above the petty annoyance, annoyance of daily living and focus your attention on the two important things in your life. 2. Adversity teaches up to be grateful. Thought problems and difficulties, especially these which involves loss or defensive, you develop a uh, deeper appreciation for many aspects of your life. It is a fit by but true. You don't usually practice something until it is taken away from you. When you have not uh, what you totally where no water, no until uh, no until and not until you are sick. Do yours cherish good health. The wise person continues to dwell on blazing even after the period of uh, loss of depression is past, of our dominated thought before concentrating on what you have to be grateful for bring in more good things in into your life. 3. Adversity brings out our hidden potential. After surveying a difficult order outcoming of obstacle and you immense emotionally stronger life has tested you and you were equal to the task. Then when the next hour and appear you are better equipped to handle it problem and challenges bring out the best within us. We we discover abilities to never need we possess many of would never have discovered there's a talent in life is not made of trial over some bumpy ground. Adversity reveals to you your own strength and capability and beckons you to develop those qualities even further. Fourth, adversity encourages up to make change and take action. Most people climb to old familiar partner required of how boring or painful their lives have become. It often takes a crisis or a series of difficulty to motivation them to make adjustment. Problems are often life's way of letting you know that you're of course and need to take creative action. 5. Adversity teaches a miserable lesson. Take the example of a failed business venture. The entrepreneur may learn something that enable him or her to success swiftly on the next venture. Adversity open a new door, a relationship terminates, and you go on to a more satisfying relationship. You lose your job and find a better one. And this instance, the job problem is not a problem at all, but rather our opportunity is this wise. Uh, One door is your life has been shut, but there is a better one waiting to be opened. 7. Adversity builds confidence and self uh, esteem. When you master all of your course and determination to hour of obstacle, you feel comforted and quite confidence. You have a greater feeling of self-worth, and you carry this positive feeling into subsequent activities. 7. Adversity build confidence and self-esteem. When you master all of your rouse and determination to overcome an obstacle, you feel comfort and or uh, give worth. You have a greater feeling of self-worth, and you carry this positive feeling into subsequent activities. Look for the positive. Sure, you all have a share of problems and adversity in life. I am not suggesting that when tragedies take you daily, uh, your emotions or refuse to face reality. What I am saying is, does not immediately judge your situation is tragedy and there on how bad of you are. Sometimes you want to be able to instantly spot the benefit that will come from being in your situation, but it does not exist. You always have a choice. You can view your problems yeah, is negative and become gloomy and depressive about them. Let me assure you, this approach will only make this worse, or you can see every seemingly negative experience, seemingly, well, seemingly uh, or you can see every seemingly negative experience in your life as an opportunity, as some things you can learn from, as something you can grow from. Believe it or not, the problem are there to serve you, not to destroy you. So the next time you suffer as a problem, a setback in your life, don't discourage of or give up. Don't let problems cloud your attitude windows forever. Clear of that cloud window. You may find after the dust settles that you can actually see better than you did before. Just remember the word will never on hill. Every advertise carry with it is the seed of an inquired blend of greater benefit. Uh, Concurrently, ask yourself what you will learn from your trying experience and focus on moving forward and growing as a person in time of crisis. Always strive to maintain an option attitude and an open mind. For this is the environment that will always you to find in your difficulty. Motivational dies and music. Part 2. Watch your word. Report anything often enough and it will start to become you. Lesson number 6. You word plus a trail. Uh, the word you consistently select will shape your destiny. When was the last time you seriously thought about the word you use each and every day? How carefully do you select them? Now you might be thinking, Jeff, why all this fuss about words? What's the big deal? The answer is simple. A word have incredible power. Uh, they can lead a bright future, destiny, opportunity of the help maintain their status, echo your words, benefit your friends, and you believe create your reality. Thoughts, word, belief, action, results. Here how is what from his thoughts such as I am not very good when it comes to sales. Now let's remember there he does not have him thoughts only once. Oh no, it's run is thought is mine on a regular basis, maybe hundreds or thousands of times in his life. Uh, then to start to us words that support his thought. He said to his friend and colleagues, I'm never going to do every well in sales, or I just hate making sales while coaching prospect. Here again, Tom respects this perhaps over and over in his self-talk, and he is cousin with others. This in turn signature in his benefits, and it is this stage when this number stays where the rubber really meets the road. You see everything that you everything that you I achieve in your life uh, flow from your beliefs. So in our sales example, uh, Tom developer to believe that he is not going to be success in sales, and that he won't earn money. The become immediate in his success immediately. And what can possible from flow from the feeling belief, because them does not have belief in these sales report. They have very little action, or he takes action that are not productivity. He does not the things that would be necessary to success instead, and then quite productively them Tom get very pure results to make water. Tom the start to think more negative thoughts, report more negative word, uh, reinforce past, uh, reinforce negative belief, and get even more negative result. It is a vacation cycle. Of course, this whole process cloud a old very happy tell thoughts are informed them with a positive word. It in high reinforce the belief that is the so, so successful uh, successful in sales is a result of would take the action consistent with the belief, and wind up with uh, outstanding results. My point, it is not understatement the role of your words in the process. People who feed themselves steady date or negative words as a destined to have a negative attitude is a simple matter of cause and effect. You can't keep repeating relative words and expect it to be a high achieve, and that become negative word will always lead to be reinforcement of negative belief, and eventually to negative outcomes. Where you don't want to be me to fix anything in your home. When it come to home repair and lost, you want me to replace a user or fix something in the toilet tank. I have a better chance of reaching the top of Mount Everest companies of electing wrong. I have not. I have not a clue. You want to know my unlimited Elias's health. He is the he is the thus. Um, It's those instruction sheets that explain how to assemble something that you just taken out of the box. You know that I mean this book and write book gets with a reference to figure 10 8. That's sure. Uh, you you are claim to show you where all the nuts and go are and how all the parts of fit together. Introduction cells have the same effort on me as a cryptonic as of Superman. If you recall the old Superman programs, the release would shoot a bullet as a Superman and the bullet bounced off his chest emergency, but there was one substance that Superman cloud not defined that instruction sheets had the same effect on me as Kryptonic and had on Superman. If you recall the old Superman programs, the villain would shoot bullets at Superman and the bullets bounce off his chest and harm him easily. But there be one substance the Superman cloud not defend ascent uh, Kryptonic whenever to bed, Wise had a piece of cryptonics. Superman got worried and began to lose his power. When I see instruction sheets, I get weak in the knees and lose my power. I just know it's unless for me to even look it. There is no way I am going to understand it. So I put down the instruction and yelled for dollars to come in and show me what to do. For the dollars, it's a piece of cake. How did it come to this? I don't claim to be the smart guys in the world, but I consider myself to be responsibility intelligent, and I am missing some training for home required skills that other people were giving not that not it either. Then answer is quite abuse. For the last 14 years, I have repeatedly said I'm not good. Is mechanical things, and I can fix anything and do and behold after 40 years of using negative word, I developed a stronger belief that I cannot do this thing. Do you see how I created this situation by not being careful about the word I used? And the truth is a cloud eventually reverse this trend if I did start using positive word about my ability to make rabbits, repairs. Scientists word are worth looking at. Years ago, I read an article about Ken Collars, a scientist who had NASA search for the extraterrestrial intelligence project. Collars, who has a doctorate in physical, was developing software that searching for radio signal indicating the presence of the other life form in the universe. Sounds a little like Star Trek, does not it? But make not mistake about this is some pretty technical scientific research. And yet, colors, colors is a physical challenge to connected with. Let me tell you how to describe it is. He refers to his condition is a trivial affliction and just barely as in variance. What is the colors, particular physical challenge, a touch of artist, or an occasional amazing hatchet can't colors is bind uh, gets right. His blind is not is, is not it incredible that someone can describe blindness as a type efficient or just apparently as a invernations. By using this word, Kant Fuller is improving himself to achieve great things. He does not give any power to his limitation, and as a result, he is able to transcend them and combine more than those who have their state thoughts and words and seeing the state of mind, character, and emotions of the speaker. What what obstacles are you facing in your life right now? Imagine the power you cloud unless if you save them as just barley inconvenience instead of as in insurmountable barrier to tell or not to tell. When I speak about the importance of using positive, I invite to move you toward your goals. Some of you may be wondering, Jeff, do I see this positive word to myself or do I say this word to other people? You may be, do I also say, you may be afraid that if you tell others about your goal, they think you are being connecting and they many even laughed at you laughed at you you are being content uh, and they may even laugh at you. Allow me to suggest a few guidelines in this area with the understanding that there are no hard and fast rules and you should do what work best for you. To begin with, us positive self-talk is often possible in my view. The more the merrier. After all, you are talking to yourself, so you don't have to worry about the other uh, hearing your comment. The key is that you will have this positive input again and again. It I become deeply rooted in your subconscious mind or whatever to show your world with other people is in a much thicker issue on things it learn in this never discuss your goals with negative people all they I don't do is agree and point out all the reasons why you do want to be is careful was not need what who need that often these negative nellies the ones the ones who do little or nothing in their one lives. They have no goals or dreams, and they does not I want to anyone else to respect either. Yes, there are some instances when you can benefit by um, telling other about your goals. First, all of make sure that you are speaking with someone who's extremely positive and totally uh, supportive of you effort. This uh, should be the kind of person we would be absolutely realize if you activities the goal and would do anything for his here achieving this goal and would do anything in his or her power to assist you. You may have a friend of challenge uh, that fits this role or certain family members. It, it's also important to share your goals with others who and working with you to achieve that outcome. For example, if a sales manager want to increase sales in the coming year by 20%, presents, he or she would make this goal known to everyone of these staff. There's everyone can work together to achieve it. Even thought I am encouraging you to use positive word to move you toward your objective. I am not suggesting that you ignore the obstacle that you might face, or that your discount feedback from other people before embracing uh, embarking on any goal. You want to prepare for what may be coming down the road. Personally, I prefer to discuss I prefer to discuss for what may be coming down the road. Personally, I prefer to discuss the issue with someone who is positive, someone whose feedback in cloud creates a solution to be difficult that may arise. Furthermore, I only discuss my plan with the people who are qualified to render an intelligent option on the subject. If you are thinking of going into your own business, it simply makes no sense of consult with your uncle in Lamar, uh, especially if uncle email is negative and worked for someone else all of his life. What does he know about owning business? He is give you a list of reasons now to go into business for yourself. After you later chat with Uncle Miller, you will start to doubt yourself. You don't need that kind of help. Words and accountabilities. There is another reason why in some case you might decide to share your goal with someone else, and that's for accountability. In other words, it is tell others I am going to do something, then I have to go ahead and do it. This approach is burning your bridge. Let me answer you. I'm not a believer in this turning um, bridge when I come to personal or business relationship, but something the only way to move forward in life and to achieve an execution goal. It's a cut of all invents of retract thoughts. The people who always talk about a lack of money generally don't accumulate much of it. There can be a very useful strangely. We may tell a friend that we are going to work out at the gym there, 3 times this week, knowing that at the end of this week, this friend will ask whatever we did. I in fact go to the gym 3 times, and even more dramatic example is that of folk noun motivational speaker Zingler decided to go on a delete and reduce in his weight from 202 pounds to 165 pounds. At sometimes he was writing his books. He all the top at the top in this top Zinger out a statement what he weighed down to 165 pounds. This was 10 months before the book went to press, and then he placed an order with the printer for 25,000 copies. Now remember, at the time he brought this wood, Zingler actually weighted 202. Uh, he put his credibility on his line with 20,000 people by including a statement that he weighed 165 pounds. Zingler knew that he had to lose 37 pounds before the book was printed, and he did use these selectively limit into those roads that are very important to you, are where you are committed to go the distance. It is risky, you bet it is, but it is a transparent move towards. Thank you.